Hey yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Tyler, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. All right. So, in this video, we're gonna be talking about the terabyte. I'm gonna be giving you a full tutorial, a guide, a breakdown on everything that you need to know about the terabyte, the business aspect of it, the missions, everything. Okay. It's a big day. A lot of information came out today, so I'll be having a lot of videos to be posted later on. We'll have some on the Oppressor Mark II as well, all that stuff. Okay. So let's get right into it. First things first, where do you buy the terabyte? It will be in Warstock Cash and Carry. Don't forget though, you have to have a nightclub in order to purchase the terabyte though. All right. So the terabyte is a Warstock Cash and Carry. And then you'll obviously have a few mods to go from. Now it'll start out for 1,375,000 by itself. All right, so that's all you have to pay is 1,375,000 to start out with. But if you want to modify it, if you want to add things like the turret station, the drone station, weapon workshop, stuff like that, it's going to cost you. The interior tint, you don't have to have it, but it's 105 grand. All it does is just add color, and it'll help kind of pop with your interior decal. The decals go from 41,400 all the way up to 127,000, and there is a decent amount. It looks like there's about 25 different decals, from plain all the way down to your different kind of I guess designer decals. We got skulls, snakeskin, cheetah, giraffe, all that stuff. So some pretty cool stuff with that if you want that with your interior. But once again, the top two things you really don't need to have at all. That'll save you possibly a couple, $100,000. But if you're already invested in this, you might as well go for it, right? So the next would be the turret station. This will allow you to have the SAM missile turret, which will allow you to lock onto 5 different targets, which is pretty cool. There's nothing wrong with that. Turret station will set you back 297,000. Not as bad as I thought it would be. The drone station is where it gets you. The drone station, which allows you to pop a little tiny drone and fly around and tase people, and it can be used as a kamikaze tool. $815,000, right? A weapon workshop. That way you can modify your Mark II weapons. This probably you don't really need to have because you probably already have it in an MOC or something like that. But it's 245,000 to get the weapon workshop, and the specialized vehicle workshop is 495,000. That's what you'll have to modify the Oppressor Mark II. So you're looking at a max price of 3,459,500 if you want to max it all the way out. Pretty expensive, but most of the things or some of the things you don't need to have. Honestly, you don't need to have anything except for the vehicle workshop if you want to mess with the Mark II oppressor. And of course, once you buy it, it gives you a cool little message right there. No paperwork is being signed, no transactions are being recorded, and nothing is being registered to the appropriate government agencies. Have a nice day. So, all right, this could be a little confusing for you. The terabyte is stored in your nightclub, but where is it in your nightclub? Go into your office, go to that main garage right there. I'm sure there's another way to get there, but this is the way that I know how to get there. And you go to this little back alley right here. That's a little too far, but it's that elevator right over here, and this is the elevator that allows you to get to your basement garage. Or the terabyte garage, excuse me. You go in there, and once again, there's probably more than one way to do this, but this is the easier, or this is the way that I found when I was getting this tested. So it's the 5th level of the basement right there, and here is your terabyte. It looks like a mini version of the MOC. It's not an actual trailer. It's like a pounder or whatever like that. You know what I mean? It's really not that big of a deal. It doesn't look too fancy. It's decent. It's all right. But anyways, go to this little blue ring right here, and it'll take you through a little tutorial. And Paige is your contact. If you guys don't know who Paige is, she was the assistant to Lester. She was really the brains behind the operation with Lester. She was the muscle, the brains, everything. These with the original heists. So Paige is now your contact. She was involved with the original heists. When the Heist DLC came out, she was the girl that had the lightning bolt T-shirt and always wore the toe sandals or whatever. That's Paige. So now she's back, which I predicted that a long time ago. I'm glad that they brought her back, but she runs the terabyte for you. She's your contact. And so it's going through a spiel of everything that you bought. It's kind of walking you through where it's at, and she's talking about it. I muted this. I want you guys to be able to hear it, so there's no spoilers or whatever. You can kind of enjoy that. Your little weapon workshop right there for your Mark II. Everything is all set up for you, and she kind of just kind of gives you a tutorial and explains a little bit to you what this is all about and what you'll be doing with it. which is good. You want that. You just don't want to walk in there blind. This is your touch screen right here, which you'll be able to operate and start all of your client missions and then your supply missions for all your businesses. So there's two different aspects to the business part of the Terabyte. You have the client missions, which are unique to Page, and then the actual missions that are for your businesses. But we'll get into that. We'll get there in a second. Um, this right here is basically just showing you the upgrades that you have with your Terabyte. You've got all the basic stuff: your engine upgrades, your armor, the turbo, the lights, the different kind of resprays, stuff like that. I would definitely upgrade with your armor, upgrade with your performance for your speed, because the Terabyte is a little slow. So you definitely want to get the best out of it, and you're talking about it. You're tacking on an extra 300,000 right there to get that modded out, and so that way you can lower the suspension if you want to. I mean, whatever. You don't have to do that though, but definitely the things like that will increase your performance, your transmission, your turbo, all that stuff, and that way you'll be able to have a little bit better, mobility around the city. And first impressions, yeah, like I said, even with the upgrades, it's slow. It's not the fastest. It's not the slowest. It's not like a post-op truck. It doesn't have the best ramming capability. I thought it'd be a little bit better for ramming stuff and moving out of the way, but it's not. It's decent, and that's really about it. It's just it's a mini version of an MOC. So every time you stop, a little blue chrono ring pops up. You can get out of your vehicle and you go into the cab that way. You can also access the actual driving portion of the cab inside the trailer, which is nice, or the nerve center is what they call it. So once you're in here, this is where you can launch your drone. You can access your turret, your missile turret. You can access your touchpad, all that stuff. We're going to kind of mess around with the drone for a little bit. I want to show you guys the drone. It's pretty cool. It's not that bad. Not as fast as I thought it would be. It's got decent mobility. You have a little boost on there, which will kind of zip you around a little bit faster. It's 4 propellers. It's very, very small. I'll show you a picture of that a little bit later here. But you can kind of maneuver around the city. It's got limited range, is what Paige was saying. So the range is, from what I was testing, it's pretty good. I mean, I was able to go around a couple of blocks and still be able to use it. But we can test the range a little bit later in a different video. I kind of just want to get you the gist of everything with this one right here. So you can roll up on a civilian or an NPC, and all your commands are down below. What is it, R1 to shock or something like that? Yeah. So you shock somebody with R1 and they spaz out. It's pretty funny. It's once again very easy to control, not too bad at all. So she's right here. Kind of go down a little bit further, get all the way to the ground, a little bit further up. Zapped her, she starts spazzing out. That's pretty cool. You also have a kamikaze where the drone will explode. You have to be close to the target. You can still move it as you're detonating, which is pretty cool. So you can kind of fly in, and then once it blows up, it spawns you, or gives you back to the your character inside the Terabyte. And then you go on from there. So there is a cooldown time. It's not long though. No, I think it's like a minute or two. Nothing major. And then you can get back on the drone. It also has the SAM missile turret, and from my testing, it looks like it's unlimited missiles. And it's pretty cool because if you get stars, say I tried to get the cops on me to kind of test it out a little bit, just to kind of see what was up with it. And this is pretty cool. It's just like the nightclub itself. I got 4 stars. I went back inside the Terabyte to shoot down some choppers, and it took all the stars away. So you have no cops on you once you go back in there, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure if that was just a one-time thing or what, but from what I see right here, it takes the your wanted level away, which is nice. So let's get into the interaction menu here. So you have a new option in the interaction menu. It's your Terabyte. You can request it. You can return it to storage. You can request your oppressor Mark II. And you can also call in your oppressor from the mechanic Mark II. The oppressor Mark II, you call the mechanic, you go to the Terabyte option, and then you can call in, and it will deliver just like a regular car, which is very nice. And once again, I predicted that as well, which is pretty cool. To see all that kind of come to fruition here. You have to be a CEO, MC, or VIP to do any of the client missions or the resupply missions, excuse me. And you can do the client missions in a invite-only lobby. There's 6 of them, okay? These are the client jobs that Paige is supplying you with. These are her own little things right here. You got 6 different client jobs. 4 of them you can do totally solo. But the last 2, you have to have at least one other person with you. The other missions, these are all for your supply businesses. They're related to the same businesses that your technicians are using in your nightclub. All right, but those you have to be in a public lobby to operate. You have to be in a public lobby. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So as you see right here, with your client jobs, you have 6 different ones. In the last 2, you have to have another person. But you can be in an invite-only lobby or a private lobby or whatever. You don't have to be in a public lobby to do these. And they're pretty basic. Nothing to them really. They're decent missions. They're pretty fun. And you'll make some decent money off them. They don't take too much time. I got, 30 minutes on the clock right here. Paige will walk you through everything. It gives you prompts on the bottom of the screen of what to do, so you don't have any, you're not getting lost. You know what's going on exactly, step by step. So on this one, the first one, you're robbing a bank. You're getting some gold. You hack into the cameras, and you're looking at banks around the city, and you have to find the bank where the robbery is taking place. So that was the first one. This is the second one right here. You're familiar with that bank. We've robbed it plenty of times. So, anyways, though, but yeah. And then you spawn out to Vespucci Boulevard. It's not there. You kind of just pan the camera around. And you're looking for some action. You're looking to see some NPCs robbing the bank. And then the last bank right here. Bam, you see it. This is where the robbery is going down. All right, that's at Boulevard Del Perro. So Paige is telling you, hey, get over there before more cops get there and take the bad guys out. Now, if you are doing these, and I definitely recommend using an armored Kuruma for this, that way the NPCs can't hurt you. But if you're doing this in a public lobby, the rest of the lobby will be able to see you. So once again, in a armored Kuruma, this is a juggernaut dude. I'm pretty much bulletproof in the armored Kuruma against NPCs, able to kill that juggernaut no problem. You go into the bank, and you get the gold. It's real easy. And once again, yeah, the armored Kuruma is still going to be used, even with all the vehicles out. It's still one of the best vehicles in the game to use. Go to your murk these guys out. We've been to this bank. Come in here, this guy's waiting on you with the shotgun. Just blast him, and you take the gold. Now, this is cool. I kind of wanted to get myself killed to see what was going to happen. As you come on out, don't worry. If you get killed, if you're low on armor or health or whatever, it's not that big of a deal. The cops will kill me. The bag gets dropped right there. And you lose your wanted level, which is nice. So no more wanted level. Just run back over there, pick up the bag, call your vehicle back. Your vehicle will get impounded if the cops kill you, obviously. And then you just drive back to where the location is. Real easy. It took me 8 minutes to do this. I started out with 30 minutes and ended at 22. $31,500. All right, I could have got it done even quicker than that. You do have a cooldown time though, so keep that in mind. You have a cooldown time of 25 minutes for the same mission and 5 to do another one. But once you get back there, it'll go down a little bit. And this right here, I'm just showing you, if you want to do a business resupply mission, you have to be in a public session. Now remember, just like I predicted, you cannot purchase your supplies. This only allows you to do another resupply run. That's the cooldown time right there for the client job. So yeah, you can't buy supplies. You have to do resupply missions. And that's what that looks like. So, like the last one right there, obviously you have to be an MC. With the rest of them, you can be a CEO. If you want to do hangar or special cargo or bunker or vehicle cargo, you can be a CEO. But obviously for your biker stuff, you have to be, registered as an MC. So say I wanted to do some special cargo, it lets you buy 2 or 1, 2 or 3 crates, just like it normally would inside your CEO office. It's the exact same thing. Nothing changes. And yes, you can still do regular resupplies from the business itself. This does not take place of anything. It just adds another option for you to be able to go and source or steal your supplies. As you see right there, if I'm an MC guy, I can choose what business I want to start a mission from, counterfeit cash, cocaine, whatever, and the missions are exactly the same. It's the same thing. You just have a mobile vehicle to start them from. So here's that scanner that everyone was talking about. This thing is super creepy. You're inside your vehicle. If there's a person close by, the terabyte, it'll just give you a prompt to scan them. And you see right here, Psycho Dad. And listen, this is the cool thing. The total earnings are only what you have in your pocket. Only what you have, not your total money. That's what you have in your pocket. And it should be noted that he's had 34 private dances and 11 sexual acts. He is a sexual deviant. All right. So anyways, let's check out the armor. The glass is bullet resistant. It takes a good bit to kill me. So the glass is bullet resistant. That's nice. We're checking out some RPGs right here. it'll take 4 RPGs to blow up the terabyte. So it's really not that armored. If a Hydra comes down and does a strafe run on you, you're going to be dead, you know. So this is the drone. If you can see that, it's tiny. It's a tiny little thing. So it's very hard to see the drone. It can sneak up on you and detonate and kamikaze you. But that's the drone right there. I mean, that's pretty crazy, right? So you're probably asking, you're like, Ty, do I need to have the terabyte? Is a terabyte worth it? So yes and no. Honestly, for the business aspect of it, you really don't need to have it. The page missions are pretty cool. They pay decent. You can get them done pretty quick. It's kind of like the MOC missions, though. You'll do them a few times. You'll probably be done with it. Most people will only really get the terabyte to be able to mod out the Oppressor Mark II. The Oppressor Mark II is pretty awesome, and I'll make a video on that a little bit later on. But the terabyte's really only used as a central hub. You can register as a CEO, launch a mission from wherever. You don't have to go to your business, but that's really not that big of a deal. You can cancel out as a CEO, register as a MC, launch something. So, but like I said, most people will be buying supplies. If you're a solo player, it's a kind of like a mix to steal and then buy as well. So for the business part of it, it's really not worth it. You don't have to have it. Yeah, it'll probably maybe shave a few minutes off here and there, but yeah, it's for the business part. You don't have to have it. Once again, the majority of people are just going to use it to upgrade the Oppressor Mark II. Like I said, the page missions are nice. You can do them solo. You can do 4 out of the 6 solo all by yourself. And like I said, that's 120 grand in a short amount of time right there. So nothing wrong with that. That's pretty much everything you need to know about the terabyte. The business aspect of it, the upgrades, the page missions, the cost of it, everything. So if you guys got any questions, leave them in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. Make sure you guys smash that like button, alright? Stay dangerous. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.